how is your energy actually being perceived? Like, is it magnetizing them or repelling them? This idea about talking about energy at the highest echelons of leadership and success in executive environments, I feel like, my dad was in corporate for his entire life. Like, he was Mr. Corporate. And I remember telling him, Dad, I'm doing a lot of work around energy. He's like, isn't that kind of like hippy dippy woo woo kind of stuff? And I think for a long time, Glengarry Glen Ross 90s style, like, it probably was. But the more that we're really looking into this and taking it more seriously, talking about things like energy blocking instead of time blocking, talking about, taking the temperature of teams and prospects and clients, it's a fairly new, refreshing conversation. And so my whole goal, James, was how can I put some science behind this and some data so I can have the gravitas to have a conversation with C-levels at Fortune 500s and not get like the eye roll Coachella, woo lemon stuff, not like namaste. It's like, no, the reality is that the highest value experiences and exchanges, they don't happen in low energy environments. They just don't. Like, you never have the breakthrough deal or the amazing investor or the high morale, which all leads to productivity, positivity, profitability. It doesn't happen when the vibe is off. And so, in my study, we interviewed over 10,000 people all over the United States, aged 18 to 64. And we said, when it comes to a leader that you admire, and we use the word admire because no one wants to really be a follower, right? So it's not who do you follow, but who do you admire? And we gave them 20 options. We're like, is it their killer credentials? They went to an Ivy League school. They know everybody. They have awesome experience. They're really creative, great moral compass. Do they just work more dang hours than everybody? Like, what is it? And the number one answer that we got was it was actually their quote unquote vibe or their way of being. So that's a huge insight as a leader to ask yourself, gosh, when I'm showing up, even if you're time blocked to perfection and you fasted and did your juice and your workout and your meditation and you said hey to your family and you've blocked everything out and budgeted and you have every box is checked, 68% of people, so 7 out of 10 people, when they were in a lower energy state, so 1 to 4 on that classic 1 to 7 scale, just by spending time with someone whose energy they admired, we re-interviewed them and their energy actually moved up to a high energy state, 5 to 7, just by being around someone whose energy they admired.